Sasha,
Yes.
why does this work?
Oh, God.
We don't know. This is a running joke, actually. I think I told you at dinner the other night.
Yep.
I have told Jay on many occasions, probably far too many. I have no idea why he and I are friends and why this partnership works.
I know why.
I do, too.
So you
Enlighten us.
Yeah, you tell. Let me. Well,
Little
I'll say
context.
this.
No, you don't get to talk. Yeah. Little context. So, Sasha, when did you start CrossFit with Jay at Albany CrossFit?
2006.
Okay.
Well, he started pre-Albany CrossFit for the record.
Yeah, there was no Albany CrossFit when I
Got
started.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then mentored to Jay for a long time. And then recently you came in and you did a bunch of teamwork with our team and then have done some stuff with the three of us with regard to partnerships, why things work, communication styles.
Great steak dinner.
Great steak dinner.
Yep, fact.
That's why this works. We all like a good steak
We
dinner.
all do enjoy, but I will say this. Who was I driving with? You yesterday, Nate. And he was like, "Why is Sasha your mentor?" And I was like, he kind of would just say something and it worked. And then I would ask him something else and it worked. And eventually, I would just go to him when I had something I needed, right? It was you never put pressure on. And I think at the same time, you were already leaps and bounds beyond where I was as a leader, but nowhere where you are today. But you were leveling up with me, parallel to me. But yeah, you would give me advice. I'm like, that was good. I'm going to go back to that guy next time I need advice. But as to why this works, and then I'm going to give you the thing, and then you narrow it down.
No.
We're just opposite. We're complete opposites in every sense of the word.
Should I just walk out?
Yeah.
We don't need it.
Let's get out of here, Sasha.
I've learned enough from Sasha that I can take over.
This is
Go grab a steak.
This is also why I don't understand why the podcast works. Jay's like, I have a question for you that I will answer for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I will answer better. I will answer better than you did.
And then he will give you all the credit. That was just brilliant.
That was a great answer, but I haven't spoken yet.
Yeah.
All right, tell us why this works.
So,
And then why we should get rid of Markus.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we did with your team is we did tug cards, and values were one of
Tug?
them. Talent, unique, genius. And three of you have almost identical values.
Oh, really? We didn't actually consider that. Yeah.
Yep. So I have a list of your 15 values, and there's 12 overlapping things.
Fern doesn't have health in his. No, just kidding. He does.
True.
He does. He only by default.
Wealth, health.
Yeah,
Typo,
same thing.
typo.
Same thing, yeah. So you all believe in same things. You have similar values, things that are important to you. Your alignment towards the North Star is almost perfect. That's one thing. Second thing, you're all crazy in your own way.
That is accurate.
Yeah, you're all crazy in your own way. And when I say crazy, I think it's your work ethic is just insane. So, same values, same work ethic, same.
When you say work ethic.
Do you know Jay?
Yeah, I was like, when you say
'Cause
work ethic,
I'm
what
waiting
does
for the
that
punchline
mean
here.
when we're talking about
I was
Jason
rolling with
Anderson?
it. I was like, I'm in. I was like, yes, finally.
You're still talking about us, right?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm getting there. And so I said values, beliefs, kind of sense of vision and so
Work
forth.
ethic was a big one you said.
Work ethic. No, I said you're all crazy.
Okay.
And that turns into work ethic. And then everything is completely different. So your work ethic might be very similar than his. His genius of sparking things up, getting things, he never freaking stops, ever.
Go on.
That's it.
That was the end of the sentence.
Comma.
So you have complementary yet very different skills or different geniuses and so forth. And one thing that you respect each other. You respect the hell out of each other.
I think that's fair. And I think we knew that our compliments were opposite of each other, and we knew that it worked, but it wasn't as clear as
Right,
to
you
why
showed
and
us
how. And
where.
so you're like, your intuition is correct, but here it is in black and white on
Yeah.
paper.
Yes.
And we were like, oh, shit.
That was the first time he said that, which also makes a difference. It'd be one thing to have complementary or opposite Colby, or what would you call it? I mean, your Tug, your unique genius.
Unique genius,
but
old talents,
but having the overlap of values, because if you have different things but we want to go in different directions, it's not going to work. So we have things that help grow this business because we all want to go in the same direction.
Absolutely. You have a common purpose about that business and about what you do. That's part of your identity. Like purpose that you have is aligned.
And that, to Fern's point, like that, it makes it easy to respect each other. Because I think one thing we would all say is like, we never don't trust, and you said trust is currency, right?
Yes.
That he might be telling me to do something I really don't want to do, or he might, or I might, but we all know they're doing it for the right reason.
That's right. So one of the important things that works for you three, that works for my business partners, for my wife and I, and it didn't work for my previous partners, we are relentlessly embracing conflict.
Oh, that's weird. I was literally just going to say that. We fight a lot.
That's it. So
Well, that was one of the points that we made.
I don't want to. I want to be very candid about this. Like, I don't want to paint this picture like where we all agree all the time. Like,
No,
we rarely agree.
We rarely
but then we
agree.
agree to disagree.
Correct. Yeah.
Well-
Mostly just because you are so belligerent. We have no choice. We're just, Marcus and I always agree, like, just do it.
That's my green gear, belligerence.
It's one of his wishes.
So that's the important part. Like, how do you know if you're in? If you're willing to take a difficult path and look as like, I'm not going to let that slide. I'm just not going to let that slide. Partnerships, whether it's in business or in relationships, fail because we let shit slide.
Say
And
more about that.
So, my business partner, Mark, you'll meet him tomorrow. We are having a conversation, and he and I fight all the time. But the fight all the time is almost like a couplet workout. It's like there's something. It's a grinder and all that. So, he and I were working on certain things, and I'm done. I'm shutting down my computer and all the other stuff. I was like, hey, I was thinking the question, and he asked me a question, and my response was like, what the hell would you ask me that for? And then I was like, brrr. And I thought that was the end of the conversation. About an hour later, I got a text message. Hey, that last conversation we had, your response doesn't really sit well with me. I just thought I should tell you that.
It's a very mature response.
Yeah.
With one consideration that, what was your response to that?
And I paused. He went home. I went home. So we are in different worlds. I'm with my family. He's with his family. And when I got his text message, when I had a minute to replay the conversation, within like a couple of minutes, I knew exactly what it was. Because my response came from a selfish prick perspective. I was not considering his point of view at all. I just reacted as a selfish prick. So when I got around to it, he and I have more morning nuggets. It's like banter on text messages that goes all the time.
Right.
So I responded back, this is why, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And he was like, that's so crazy that you would say that. So we now have a shortcut. You and I were talking about rituals and language.
Selfish prick.
Now we
No,
have
for real.
selfish prick principle. If
So like
you
he says it.
if you react like a selfish prick, you don't have to spend hours processing emotionally and stuff like that. You
I
just
see.
have like a cue,
Right.
open your knees or whatever. It's
Right.
like selfish prick principle. And when I see his reaction that he doesn't know what I'm talking about, I was like, was I a selfish prick here? And he would be like, no, I'm just thinking different.
Right.
So
I'm
I think we've actually done this accidentally without kind of the common vernacular. But like there are times the three of us are fighting in front of others.
yeah.
Like especially in like our Slack group because it's easy to just fire it off. But we've gotten really good at being like, you've gotten much better at it. Like if he wants to fight with me, it's private, which immediately changes my mentality because I don't have to be defensive in front of other people. It's like, okay, and going back to the common vernacular, simply the act of one of us messaging privately is like, okay, we're disagreeing, but we're going to talk about it versus being defensive about it.
So to go back to your question, Why is that important? Most people would not do that. They would just put it under the rug.
Right.
And when you put under the rug, and then
Standing on a
there's just
mountain.
too much stuff to go through. So like my wife and I have principle, like you never go to bed angry.
Yeah,
You
Jess
don't-
and I do that too.
Yeah. You don't
Most good relationships, right?
Yeah.
Where it's not like I'm sleeping in the other room. I'm like, no.
We're having sex, and then we're gonna fight.
Is that what you guys always do? Is that how you resolve it?
That's how we've gotten. That's why we're much closer.
That explains
than
a
you.
lot.
It's harder. It's harder in Virginia too. You know.
It is embracing and resolving conflict together against the problem, not against each other. So that's like a healthy way to embrace conflict.
Sure.
When you do that, you play a Mario Kart game, it's like you get that rocket boost. That just supercharges the relationship.
Yeah, I think we've
good
always
analogy.
done a good job of just talking it out.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
working through
From
it,
day one,
regardless of
we've gotten better. Like
who
we've
feels
always
they're
done
right.
good, but we've gotten better.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's a skill.
I think you were probably
The best.
the best when we started.
No, this is
Hold on,
Marcus.
can you
This
say
is
that?
Marcus. I'm gonna go say more. When Marcus knows you're upset, he will call you relentlessly until and like he has to talk. There have been times we're fighting, and
He's
I'm like,
an empath, dude.
there's a time I don't remember what we were fighting about, but I remember I'm like out with the kids, and I'm like, I'm good. And he's like, we have to talk. I'm like, I'm good, dude. And I remember telling Fern, I was like, bro, I'm like literally good. And he's like, just talk to Marcus. Like he needs to talk. And I was
It's
like,
not for you, it's for
yeah.
him.
I was like, fine. And then like we always talk, but it was like I don't need that. Like I'm like literally, I was like,
You
I'm
think
fine.
you don't. You think you don't.
It does
but
help.
But
It
that,
helps,
but that was
yes.
the issue, right? Is like you're like, I don't need it, but it's like, but
It was
he does.
Maybe it was Starlink. Remember the Starlink
But
fight?
yeah,
That was the
it's
best.
like, but he does, right? And that was what I was trying to. Is like, I know you're good. He needs to have the conversation. It
Yeah.
doesn't need to be a long conversation. Just talk to him and be like, hey, dude, I'm good. This is why. He'll be like, all right,
So
I'm
here's the thing. You and I talked a couple of days ago about the trust bank account. You make your deposits. He needs to make his deposits. He needs to see that your trust account with him is good. Like
Right.
it's
Yeah.
you might have a different gauge than you have. So it's like talking it out is like sometimes very painful, but it's absolutely critical.
I'll tell you a funny story. So, the internet goes down in my neighborhood, and it was like when we had first moved in, it was going down like every other week because they're doing construction and stuff. And I was like, I want to get Starlink, but I want the business to pay for it. It's $120, and they were like, no. And I was like, fuck you guys, and I was so angry.
He
and
had a legitimate tantrum.
yeah, like a complete meltdown. And then Fern's just like, he's always like, Jay's just going through, let him go through his thing.
Let him get his words out.
Yeah, and also like
Get the poison out.
He's pretty good at recognizing it's not the Starlink. It's like I'm frustrated because I'm trying to do work. The internet's going down. I was on Zoom on my phone with clients, and it's like I get it, but it was like, and that's where like I'll be like, we don't even need to speak. We're like, we're good again, and he'll be like, let's talk about Elon. And why?
It's our shortcut.
But it works, and like now we kind of recognize that. But I do like when Fern's always like, Jay's fine. Just give him a minute. He's
Yeah.
like a toddler. Like he's gonna get over the tantrum.
He's literally going to forget about this tomorrow.
I said what?
And here's the important thing, like you need to have, if you have more than one business partner, one of you needs to have that role that you're playing.
Well, I think what's unique about us is like a different person plays that role at different times. So like he'll
Yeah.
play it sometimes, he'll play it sometimes, I'll play it sometimes. You know, we're like all 100% each of us has been a moderator for the other two fighting it at some point.
100%.
Where you're just like
Mostly Marcus.
yeah,
is
where
the
you're like
moderator there.
where you're brokering
Yeah.
you're brokering the negotiation.
He'll give you 2 pieces of land. Right? You give him this. Your wife.
He'll get your Starlink.
yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't have Starlink for the record.
Well,
yeah.
let's try harder.
Because we voted it down. Has to be unanimous. No, see, but yeah, so each of us has done that at different points because we'll have a conflict about something else, and I think what I've been looking back on it, what I guess proud is probably the right word, is that the third party always has the wherewithal to understand that they're the third party.
That's a good point.
Instead of like jumping in and like taking a side, they're like, that's probably not the best thing here. What's ideal is probably to take a neutral stance to try to bridge the gap on whatever the breakdown in communication is between the other two.
Well,
So, in my embracing conflict model, that is the first step that you said. I want to just add some things. You have your side of the beach ball. Think of the life is a beach ball. You might be on the blue side of the beach ball. You might be on the yellow. You might be on green. I might be on red. It's not who is right. It's like just that third party needs to recognize we're on different sides of the beach ball. Let's kind of work through the beach ball component, and by doing that, you gain alignment and trust is deepened and that sort of thing. So it's probably the worst thing you can do, in my experience, is deciding who's right, who's wrong, which is what we will judge immediately. That's sort of like our hardwired response will be like, well, he's right, or...
Well, like your quote about, and it's not yours, but we judge others by their actions and ourselves by our intentions.
Exactly.
Like you said that in our other podcast, and I said that to Nate. Like that was a big reminder for me for everything, like and not to judge.
Yeah.
Period. You know,
It's like we assume positive intent for ourselves, but not for
like
other
I'm
people.
doing my best, but Fern is just
lazy.
being a jerk, right? Well, and Fern gave this analogy. This is years ago now. He's like, I just always want to feel like, your analogy of like the Iditarod. We're all dogs pulling this sled. I just don't want to feel slack.
Yeah.
And like I know that about him, right? So it's like, and as a team, you said this also the other day about it's 100% period. It's not 300%, right? And there are going to be times where he's pulling 90, 10, and 0 often, and times, right? But times where it's like 33 even.
Yep.
Right? So it's like we're always moving this 100%. It's just at different times we're picking up different amounts of slack.
It's important that sled always moves forward. Mm-hmm. And you can't be on all the time. Mm-hmm. I have 7 business partners. And it's a whole different dynamic. One of the principles that we have is everyone has a voice. And everyone will respect other people's voices. Are we in unison 100% of the time?
Even if it's like super dumb.
Well,
Can we create a rule about that?
Yeah, even if it's super dumb.
Super dumb. Thank you. Hey, but we were saying like, I want to talk about the actual widgets and Colbys. Because looking at the Colby,
Are you talking about the Unique Genius gears?
that's widget.
That's
I always call it widget, right?
Yeah.
It's it's a unique genius. I call it wonder, invention, discernment, galvanize, enablement, tenacity.
Yeah.
You should check out the book.
I literally told you to read that book.
I read it like that weekend. I remember. No, but I was looking through the Colbys, and they say, like, I'm the unique one on the team. Many of you are the same.
There he goes.
But I'm
Yes,
like,
he is,
I have
yeah.
such a different Colby than the closest one to me is actually Nate. It was fun looking at those because sometimes I wonder, like, these guys are very smart.
Bare minimum.
But these guys are very smart, and sometimes I'm like, what do I do? Like, how do I push this thing forward? And like you've said, it's like just a different genius. But it was important to hear because sometimes I think, as in any partnership on any team, you're like, oh, what's my role?
So I pull up your Colby graph for 3 of you. So in action modes, fact finder, follow through, quick start, implementer, there are 4 action modes and there are 3 levels. So there's 12 boxes. For 3 of you, out of 12 boxes, there are only 2 boxes that are not represented. I'd never seen anything.
What
like
are
that.
they?
Oh, wow. Out of 12, so I mean, we couldn't even represent all of them.
So the box of initiating follow-through, like a high follow-through, somebody who always thinks in systems and make sure that things are always
Markus
done.
think of that one?
That's why Katie's here.
Yeah, but
And then somebody who always has to build and restore things with their own hands. Like
That's why Katie's here.
the 3 of you cover more boxes than 8 business partners in my companies.
Wow.
That's interesting.
And it is because of him,
Thank
partially.
Here we go again.
Mostly.
Because Like
Because he's such a
Expert.
opposite.
Genius.
well, not an opposite, but he's so much different.
Yeah.
Rare
Yeah.
bird.
Yeah.
So, like,
So much.
you
difference.
are
Nicest
you
thing
are
you've said.
high fact finder. I want to understand
Yeah, yeah.
what's going on, and we talked about that with the team. Is like,
Yep.
it's not that I get buried in details. That's my way of preparation.
Yeah.
He does not want any details,
Zero.
and you're a mediator in between them. So, the follow through is like Jay is like, I'll adapt to anything. I don't care. But you two was like, no, we need to hold things that work together. Which, by the way, that will save
Me.
a lot of trouble with the team. Team needs to have a consistency and so forth.
That's
Like,
why Jay doesn't have any responsibilities.
Well, he probably has
And
other.
I say that
responsibilities.
jokingly, but it all, like we've come to learn that, which is like, hey, like Jay's put him in there for a second, but like because he only thinks into the future and very rarely in the now, that's where the team gets stressed out. It's just like, hey, get it moving.
Galvanize.
Galvanize, extract him, have somebody backfill with like, okay, now put structure on whatever the fuck Jay just did, and then we'll move forward. But
He comes in and sparks it up.
Yep, and then
Literally.
and so here's the deal. Here's why I think this is interesting. I used to fucking hate that about him.
Really?
Yes, it used to drive me fucking
Give me an
nuts.
example that you hated that
Meaning
I did.
that it would be like it would start and then it would start to break is probably not the right word, but because you're not that follow through person, you had already moved on. But like, well, I started it, it's going. Like, I don't know why they just can't do it. I'm like,
Yeah.
they have no idea what you want to do.
Yeah.
And that used to drive me insane because I'm like, why is everything always fucking breaking? It's because he had moved on already.
But the same part of that is the part that started this podcast.
Yep.
no,
Right.
I'm not saying
No,
it
no,
has
that's-
no
I'm not-
value. I'm just
But I'm
saying
saying like
before.
there's positives to it. I just
No, that's it. There's a ton
It's
of
very
positives.
valuable.
It's
and
super
then as
valuable.
Katie jokes around, it's like as soon as I came here, you were like, here are the passwords, right? Like here you go, get this podcast
Yeah.
that we're recording up.
Yeah, but it used to really annoy me until I realized I'm like, oh, we just have to plan for that. Like I shouldn't have his. There should be no expectation on my part that he's going to do those things. He's not that type of person. He's never done those things. So then I'm the crazy person for expecting him to do that when we have nothing to suggest that he would ever do that. And I'm like, oh, I'm the idiot.
You know what's crazy? What do you guys think about this? Like that's how I am, but there are other areas in my life. Like you know me, like I'm the one that wants to be in bed, and like at
I
9
think that's
o'clock.
different. I think that's environmental control, and I don't think those are the same.
You
Yeah.
think they're different?
Yeah.
CrossFitters. I've purchased hundreds of thousands of dollars of equipment in my life. I've been doing CrossFit since 2007. I've owned 4 affiliates. I currently own an affiliate in my basement. And let me tell you this, Rep Fitness is by far my favorite equipment. First of all, it's amazing quality. The price is right. And what I love is I talk to somebody that I know, that knows me, and that understands my needs. Now, cool thing is, as a family member of Best Hour, you can save big over at Rep Fitness. Go to repfitness.com/best hour and save on your next equipment purchase.
All right, guys, if you like this content, please subscribe to the podcast. But understand, we work with affiliates. If you are interested in building your business, understanding strategy, building a better community, and building better coaches and careers for them, hit the link somewhere around this video, and we'd love to have a call with you.
What I think is really interesting is that over the years, the more that we've worked together, we have learned how each of us works differently, and not just how, like, what skills we bring to it, but like the type of job that we have, right? Fern is very consistent and he will just drive, and you need that person who's just constantly moving it forward.
Yep.
I'm going around and polishing and translating and figuring out how to optimize something in the middle, but Jay's out front just throwing grenades. And so that means
Yep.
the kind of job we can't, like when we put him into a position where it's like, hey, you're going to direct marketing. That's a terrible idea. He should just come into marketing, throw his creativity grenades, and then walk out. He can't be the guy who runs the department, make sure that the team did their reports no way.
No.
But
Yep.
for him to come in there, stir things up, get everyone fired up, and then walk back out, and then go do that somewhere else is the value.
I have a business partner that is very much like Jay.
So he's awesome.
Huh?
Sounds awesome.
What?
Your business partner sounds awesome.
Oh,
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Who is it?
I
Which
don't know
one?
what you're talking
Which
about.
one?
Brent. So like A couple of years ago, we had an event in Minneapolis at a football game. I don't do football games. I'm from Europe. I don't understand.
You do football.
No, my football
Rugby.
is real football that you call here soccer. Anyway, so we're at a football game. I am bored out of my mind. And, you know, people wanted to be there. We have some clients, prospects, whatever. I'm like, oh, whatever. And now he's more like Jay. So I walk away with Mark to walk around the stadium for an hour or whatever. And I come back. Brent has created friends in a radius of like 3 sections around our group. People are buying him drinks, putting those crazy Viking hats on the head. He's hugging people.
I like Brent.
I was like, holy Jesus, what just happened? If he collected business cards, he would probably have like 300 business cards on the way back. So there's a genius. Go create business, drum things up, because like he's a connector. He's like, you know, you need to, any business need to have Jay.
Fire starter.
That's right.
I like it. Keep saying nice. Or your turn. So let's go.
I blacked out.
We talked a little bit about Colby. For those that don't know Unique Genius Widget, explain it briefly, but then also figure out where we're good and what we need.
So tug cards is what I put
So
together.
that's your company, Inspire Network,
Yes.
does tug cards, Talent Unique Genius. You did it for our team. We have a private website that we actually
Put everybody's tug
we
cards.
keep it open on our desk. So the goal is, hey, if you have to do a project or you have to work with someone, check out their tug
I
card.
have one better. Pretty soon you'll have access to the tug card
Yeah.
app.
Yeah.
So everyone will have real-time information, and you can mix and match and
Yeah.
do all these type of
The
stuff.
goal being, if you have to start and finish a project, you want the full widget across the board.
Correct.
But your tug cards have values, Colby, principles, you, and unique genius.
Correct.
And you're going to add love language.
That,
Potentially, you're thinking about it for real?
yeah.
I told him, I said, I think that'd be
Oh,
one
remind me, I
cool-
got to send you the Cantor
Yeah.
evaluation.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I said it'd be cool to have love language to know, like, when someone does a good job, how
So
they
this
like
is,
to be
This
ruled.
is a classic J.
100%.
I'm starting to create. I'm trying to build a.
You're trying to finish a sentence.
Secure, optimal process that every user will have a great experience. He's already adding 4 other things
Yeah,
on
yeah.
top of that.
Yep.
So why do you need him?
With zero consideration for how hard that's going to be.
Yeah,
Well, that's not his job.
That's
So I
That
learned.
sounds like a you problem.
I learned that I asked him to text me what he thinks I should do, so I saved that for my future projects. And then he was like, "That was brilliant. Whose idea was that?" I'm like, my idea.
He asked me,
'Cause he
this
forgot
was like
already.
2 years ago. He's like, I want to start a podcast, right? And I'm like,
Yeah. Get a
Everything-
microphone and a phone, record it. I was
yeah,
like,
but like
dude."
all the things, like I'm like 10 steps down the road, and he's like, hold on. Like, how do I. What,
You need a camera guy.
yeah. So, widget.
So, 3 of you in my
Before you do that, give a brief explanation of all 6 steps in widget.
Okay, so to get any project done, you have a 3-part show. Starting, the initial first part is idea of the shows. It's in ideation phase.
Wonder.
Wonder, inventor. You know, and if you think about flying the plane, the wonder is like on a high altitude, 50,000 feet. Inventor is more like 40, 35,000 feet. Then part 2 is activation. You have discernment and galvanizing. Discernment, somebody who can discern whether or not idea is a good idea or not. And then galvanizer, someone who needs to be able to get people around how to get the idea going. And then part 3 is execution. It's activation, implementation. You need somebody who will have enablement genius, someone who can not only get people fired up, but give them the tools and all the other stuff. And then you have people, they want to land planes. That's all they want to do. I want to land planes all the time, all day long.
I like to finish projects.
Exactly. Like, I don't care where the plane is going. I don't care. I just want to land the goddamn plane. So you need all of those 6 geniuses covered to have self-leading team. That the whole idea is like we build teams that lead themselves.
Is Allison? Is she a plane lander? What's Allison?
That's actually one of her.
She's
Frustration.
Wonder.
She
Yeah, it's a
is
frustration.
a frustration. Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. So you are landing the plane genius. Tenacity. Yeah. And discernment.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's why I do well at like 10, 80, 10. So
Yep.
like I like to be there for the front end, and I like to be there for the back end.
Yeah. You're basically
in the middle. I'm like, do
Don't
it.
call me.
You're like,
Never.
Jay, your idea is stupid. Let's go this way. And
Yep.
he's going to give you 3 other options. And he's like, we're going with that option. Then you want to hand it off to other people and make sure the shit gets done. That's
Yep.
your genius.
And then coming back, then I'm like, we're gonna land the plane. I'm like, get out of the seat.
That's right.
Move.
So Jay is inventor galvanizing.
Yep.
So somebody has an idea, we want to land the plane. He's going to say, here are the 4 airports we need to land the plane. Let's get things going
Yeah.
right away.
We're actually in flight already.
And then when it comes to landing the plane, you don't want him anywhere near cockpit.
I got 2 reds there.
You are red enablement and tenacity.
Yeah.
Like,
Never finished anything in his life.
nope. No. It's a miracle that he ever got married.
It took a while.
And then, obviously, Markus has the best genius.
Because that matches yours.
It's the same as mine.
Like just the green or all the way across.
So
He's got like a weird color pattern.
weird. We have
His
the
is
same
what?
genius.
Wonder.
No, he said
So-
perfect is what I think was the word he
This is
used.
wonder. You have wonder, right?
No,
No.
he is discernment
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
galvanizing. He is intuitive activator. He doesn't need a lot of information to activate. He can do inventor and enablement, but if that's the only thing he does, it's going to bore the shit out of him. Wondering will frustrate him, and closing things down, he's as bad as Jason. The difference.
Oh, that's
and-
interesting.
And the difference
God, I
is,
have 2 turds on this team.
Can you screenshot that and send it to me?
yeah. The interesting thing in this context is that Jay is 2 reds in landing the planes. You have 1 yellow, enablement. So you can actually get tools and so forth, but in order to land the plane, you need someone.
But well, I would be the closest to the wonder too.
Yes, yes. So between 3 of you, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 greens and 2 yellows.
Explain the
And
difference
no-
between wonder and invention.
flying the plane, say we're flying to California, and Wonder says, let's take a break. That's his thing. Let's take a break. The invention, oh, there's an airport there that we can land. The discernment, I don't think that's the right airport because it's January and it's the middle of winter and they don't have any services and so
Yeah,
forth.
yeah.
Kick back to the inventor, oh, there's another airport. Yeah, that's a better airport. And then you kind of pass it through
Yeah.
all the way to landing.
Wonder's
the plane.
like super, super broad.
Ask the
Yes.
big question.
They're constantly wondering.
Should
I'm
we
wondering.
be flying right now?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So Mark, my business partner, genius is wonder and tenacity. So he has your tenacity, and he's like constantly wondering. And he and I cover the widget with 6 total, 4 greens, no red, and just 2 of us, which is like ridiculous. But it took us a little while for me to understand, like, are you just wondering?
Yeah.
It was like, yeah. And we go into wonder, and like, I don't know, 20 minutes later, I was like, dude, let's come on. And then sometime he would come in as I'm working on content or something like that, and he was like, how's this? He would give a line. Like, he came in the other day, and he was like, we're doing a presentation on marketing and how to get marketing as a team. and we were talking about the role of accountability and all that stuff. And we're working on a deck and so forth, and he's working on how to present that, and he just bombs into my office. Accountability is all about visibility. I'm like, brilliant. We're going to put that in. Like, so his wonder get us to the one-liner. And just like selfish prick, accountability is visibility, or visibility is like you want these little cues, just like you want cues for your coaches to kind of remember. Is like, how do I hold people accountable? Visibility.
Right. Yeah, more sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put the light on the subject that you want.
Yeah,
to
don't hide
account
it. Show it to everybody.
Yep.
Then you don't have to say anything.
Exactly.
Everybody knows. They're like,
Bingo.
"Ooh."
Bingo. People make a big deal out of accountability.
This is actually something when I consistently see that particular component of it, accountability, forgotten or neglected or just left out completely when box owners specifically are building systems.
Yes.
They're like, well, I gave them the thing, but I'm like, what was the accountability on that?
Bingo.
Well, you handed him a checklist.
Right. Which is like, well, did you check the checklist? He's like, what are you supposed to do? I'm like, well, did you check the checklist? Right. It's like the whole, in the military, it's like trust but verify.
Yes.
Yeah, I trust that you did it. Show your work.
Yep.
Show me that you did it.
Bingo.
Because that's accountability. Because even really high performers make mistakes. Like, it's not
all the time.
It's not micromanaging. It's just managing.
That was what Markus used to do: crawl, walk, run. Same thing, right?
So analogy that I would use is like most of us have cars with the lane departure controls.
Yeah.
And a lot of people turn those suckers off. Of like, no, turn it on, because that's one less thing you should be thinking about.
Right.
It will give you indication that you're off the lane. What are you going to do? Just get back in the middle and just keep going.
Yeah.
Like, I turn every sensor I could have so that I can turn off as many pieces of my brain.
I don't need to be worried about that shit.
Yeah. I even put those things when it's shitty weather, because I trust my car more than I trust my eyes.
So 2 things. One is just an observation that I think everybody here would agree with. After we did have we done 3 calls or 4?
3
so
so far.
Anyway, we did this whole process. Everybody took all these assessments, and then Sasha's been leading like full team calls with the whole team. An example, like Jay was really fired up about this, and he was like, "I'm really excited." And I was like, "I don't give a shit, dude." But if you want to do it, then I support
I told
it.
you that on the podcast.
I was like, but if you want to do it, and you're clearly fired up about this, then I'm in. But I was like, I don't fucking care.
No, I told him exactly that. Yeah.
Yep.
But it was really cool because after the last call, I think Katie and Christian and a couple other people were going back and forth. They're like, oh, I understand why this is broken now. Like, I understand like why this is so hard for me to work with so and so. It's not that they're a turd or they're lazy or they're whatever.
No,
like,
they're just different.
I'm asking them to do something they are almost incapable of doing.
Well, like Sasha put it, you're judging them for not doing it in your genius.
Yeah. I actually want to go the other direction. So, gym owners, general managers, coaches who are watching this, they're like, all right, dude, I don't have time to do Colby assessments and unique genius and forget everybody's core values.
Other than one of them, they were like 5 minutes. One of them took a long. The principal's
right,
one.
but my point is like, you know just as well as I do how hard it can be get people to buy in on that whole process. Like, we were fortunate we got 20 people to do it, right? And everybody's actually really excited about it. To your point about our team, which I agree about. So, but let's say you can't do that, and clearly they're looking at the team and they're like, this is dysfunctional. Where do you start?
So the very first thing would be values. Go to our website. It's cheap. It's free. Just have those, and it might take 10 minutes. It might take an hour. Depends on how much details you want. You need to know alignment more than anything. So if we prioritizing things in order of operations from most important and easier, like value for the money kind of thing, values would be the key thing.
Okay.
Here's my thing. You need to recognize that your eyes will be wrong. You need to recognize that you will make judgment that will be wrong. I don't hate anything, but it's always funny when people say, I'm a good judge of character. Bullshit. Nobody's good judge of character. The only judge of character that I trust is adversity. Put somebody through adversity and you will see the character.
I like that.
Like, don't give me like, oh, I can judge. What makes you special? So, and I've done this a lot. I tried to make shortcuts, and I paid $3.5 million of dumb tax, mistakes, and eventually I said, I can't just wing this. So it takes 90 minutes to do assessments all together,
All of them.
all of them. It takes us very little time to put them in the tug cards and so forth. But those 90 minutes to an hour, and what did we invest? 3-4 hours together with the team.
Yeah, I think it was 4.
We have one more call. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we'll
actually
have more-
emailed you
yeah.
yesterday.
You will get more dividends on that than just about any initiative that you ever did, including buying computers for your teams. Because what that does, and we'll go back to military, when you go through this shit together, you build trust.
Yeah, I
All
mean, you
we-
see what people do in wild scenarios.
So we took the trust that you already had that is deep, well, we deepened it every single call. Like I would go out of your, and I told Jay this, like I would come out of my office and walk to my wife after the calls with your team. I was like, I can fucking walk through a wall for best hour team.
We're hiring Sasha.
I mean, it's like, and I am not even part of that team. And the interactions and conversation. So, you know this, operations move at the speed of trust.
Yep.
When you have trust, you can just do anything you want. It's going to be faster. It's going to be cheaper. It's like, I call this a talent density is the force multiplier. It's like if you have a deep talent
Yeah, I
density,
like that a lot.
it will multiply your team. And
The other thing I think about our team is like collectively unusually high EQ.
yes,
Like very
Yes.
emotionally intelligent across the board.
absolutely.
Some people are much better than others, but collectively very high.
The
EQ
baseline's
across
high.
team. Yeah,
Oh my God!
Yeah, the baseline's
Your
high.
talent density is off the charts.
It's all thanks to Jason.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd set a
I've seen
standard for
other
talents.
teams with Jason. No, it's because of three of you. No joking. It's because of three of you. You are the core of this. You work through conflict. You care that you don't have assholes on a team. Like New Zealand All Blacks have a rule: no dickheads.
No dickheads. Yeah.
Yep. So it's like,
Starting now.
so
You're out.
So that's the first component of the talent density, like no dickheads. Then you need to have right people on the team, on the right seats. And the last and most important part is like you work together. You fail together. You learn together. You win together. It's like together, swim buddy. There's like a constant work that goes on. It should become a way that you do everything.
Yeah.
You never do anything alone.
Yeah. I think what's important about this whole thing is you can get really into the weeds on this, and then I could see scenarios where this becomes detrimental. We're like, well, if they're not perfectly matched. I think it's just about like understanding generally, but it will never be perfect.
Well, and it's like I told him, like, I throw Cody under the bus. I asked him to do something. He's like, it's not in my working genius. I was like, you're still doing it. Like, I still need you to do this. But I hear you, and also I'll help you, because it was like my working genius. But I was like, it's not a pass.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a conversation with Katie about that. She's like, I really don't like it. I'm like, I know. I'm still going to ask you to do it. I do all sorts of shit I don't like to do. That's not the point.
So shortcut that I developed with my teams is like, I now made sure that everybody understand I don't like finishing shit. That doesn't mean that I should never finish anything.
Right.
I just go in as like, I need some tenacity help, and they're like, okay, bring it in.
Yeah,
And-
if you're going to use that as your backstop, well, then my argument is like you're not a good teammate. If you're not willing to go
Yeah.
out of your way to fill a gap where it's needed, then I'm like, then you're just selfish. Then you're a dickhead.
Yep.
But
Like,
also,
thanks for hanging us all out to dry. dude.
the opposite
Yeah,
is
yeah.
if you know, like, so one of the things is we have affiliate con coming. We'd love for you to be there, Dallas, Texas, October 24th. You should come do a leadership talk. I think we talked
Would
about
love
this.
to. Yeah.
I think this is Jay. knowing full well that the schedule is full, and he's like, let's add another one in
No,
there.
it's 100% full.
He was the one who put the schedule together. He knows.
He made the schedule,
No, but
Sasha.
I did, yes, and it is full, and I will still make it work. Like that's your problem.
Exactly.
So
No, but before you
Go ahead.
so we're at the point now. The schedule is full, and we need to start determining what speakers are talking about what, and that's kind of a galvanizing thing.
Yep.
And like I said to Cody, like I got it. Like this is actually fun for me. Like I want to be able to reach out to these names that I love and figure out the puzzle. And I know it's not. It's like you're red, my green. I got it. So it's like don't be selfish, but also step up when you can be of service.
Yeah, if that's your working genius, you need to go do that. Because
Yep.
it's even though it might not be convenient, it'd still be significantly easier for you.
And did you ask me to do this because it's my genius, or just because
The speaker thing?
Yeah.
100%.
it was before you knew this?
I knew it.
We've talked about this many times.
Yeah,
You
I've
guys
known
talking
this
about
for-
me? What's going on?
Yeah. No. That's 1,000% why I asked you.
Actually,
to
I
do
was on the Canada podcast promoting us, and I was like, I like that Fern asked me to. I'm mad that he just threw a job at me. Like he was like,
But you
hey,
like the
Fern,
job.
because you kind of did an invention there. You're like, hey, affiliate con.
Yes.
Jay, go line the speakers up. 2 days, $1 billion, like and make sure they're really good. And I was like, initially angry, but I was like, I kind of like this.
That's why I gave it to you.
yeah.
You're gonna have a good time.
So, okay,
not
here's
the droids
here's
you're
a
looking
bonus nugget for all people that are married.
All of us are married, all four of
Okay.
us. We're all, you have 3, but we each have 2. Yeah,
You have
kids.
3 wives.
No, I have 3 kids.
Impressive.
No,
good for
no,
you.
no. You haven't met
advanced.
Laura yet. So, so this is when you were talking about genius. I come to the house after hard day's work. I'm tired. I want to eat something. What's the first thing that comes out of your mouth? What's for dinner? And you get like, and I was like, shit, why is this happening? Intuitive activator. I'm like, I need to change something. Let me change the question. So I walk in the house now, and instead of asking what's for dinner, I ask, how can I be helpful? And I go around the teams and see how can I be helpful? And people tell you how you can be helpful. Rather than you're doing this wrong or you're doing this wrong. When is that going to be done? Like I was telling you question the other day, what'd you learn? That is a cue for a leader. When you're walking around, don't ask people what they're doing. How can I help you?
It's really funny. That's a thing we do at Rife now. I started
Rife
doing
is
it.
CrossFit.
Yeah, sorry, at CrossFit Rife. I started doing this years ago, and now Cassidy does it, and the other coaches do it. Which is before I leave, I will make the rounds to everybody, like every single day before I leave. I'm like, hey, I'm out of here. Do you need anything? Do you need anything? No? Yeah, but I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. Or can you do this? I'm like, yep, got it, cool. And now Cassidy does it before he leaves. He's like, hey, I'm getting out of here. Do you need anything from me today? And I'm like, yeah, can you do this before you get out of here and button that up? Yep, cool. Or I'm like, tomorrow, let's chat. Okay, cool, we'll talk about it tomorrow. But that's now just a thing that we do. It's just like you just check in with everybody before you leave. And it's not like it's a teammate thing. It's not like a, hey, you're in trouble. Are you doing your job? It's a genuine, can I help?
You just improved my marriage. Because Laura never leaves anything without checking in. And I thought she's just like
Like,
Micromanaging.
me.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. No, I'm going to start doing that today. Like that is so in alignment with what we're talking about. Is like it is the teammate. Like you're checking their gear before you jump out of airplane.
yeah.
That's what you do.
Are we good? Yeah, good. All right, cool. And
Or
most,
whatever.
yeah, right. And most of the time, the answer is no. Like 99% of the
Yeah.
time, it's no. But 1% it's yes. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I got you. I'll take her before I leave.
We do that good virtually with each other
Yeah, we check in regularly.
and the whole team.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
With Katie or with the ops team, like, because they're often like, or sales, like, hey, can you tag me in for anything? Right? Like,
We do ShareCon 4 days a week. That's how we kick off today.
What is that?
So shared consciousness. So everybody goes in a meeting.
Are you
and-
standing
they
in
stand up?
grass? Are you just standing in grass when you do this? Are you grounding?
Grounding.
What's happening?
No,
Okay, all right.
no.
You sure?
It's intelligence and ops meetings from
Okay.
JSOC, from Team of Teams, General
Yep.
McChrystal.
Yep. Stan
So-
McChrystal.
Yeah.
M4.
So I was like, if he was able to manage 7,000 people to
Mm-hmm.
get things together, I can put team of 35 people together to
Great book, by the way.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
So we build ritual, we call it ShareCon, and 4 days a week, the entire team comes in, quick check-ins, wins, some joking around. We have a question of the week, and it's always like a nerdy question,
Right.
like, you know, and but it's that. How's your lending doc? Do you need anything? What? And that happens in the beginning of the day, and it kind of loops every day. And on the fifth day of the week, Fridays, we do that not as a whole team, but the small teams.
Are those
get-
kind of based around your core KPIs?
Not really.
Okay.
They're basically. I want to build the trust,
Okay.
sense of belonging, so get people opportunity to check in, share
Mm-hmm.
weird things and so forth, just to kind of hang around. The second one is
You said lending doc, which is why I was like curious. I was like, oh, these are these performance indicators? But it sounds like it might be a little bit of a blend of both.
there's very few performance
Okay.
indicators. The lending doc idea is like we all have 1,000 problems that
Right.
nobody knows about.
Right.
And if I want to land a plane or land a message on you, rather than coming and crashing and burning
Mm-hmm.
and telling you this is what sucks, I just ask, is your landing dock open? Like an aircraft carrier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
The
Oh,
plane that
landing dock.
land-
I thought you said lending dock.
Well, I don't
Got
speak
it.
English.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's
That makes, well, I like that even more now. Okay.
landing dock.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll
yeah.
make sure
So I-
Nate puts some captions.
Yeah, yeah.
Land- that's right.
Like
landing
swamp,
dock.
It's like swamp people from the History Channel.
Does this
Like,
sound familiar, guys? We have the same.
everybody used to ask me, they're like, do you understand what they're saying? I'm like, I always was curious why they had subtitles on this show.
Yeah, I always have subtitles.
You know, it's interesting. What you're describing is exactly a way that I operate as well, and it drove these guys crazy.
Yep.
There was just like, why do we do this? This is not a good use of my time. And every way that you just described, I'm like,
You mean like
exactly
the
right.
wins and stuff?
The wins, the making sure that people are connecting, that everyone has a feel for where everyone's at. What are we doing today? It's the check-in. It's the camaraderie. It's the culture.
That's what it is. It comes from culture code. It's like making sure that everybody has sense of belonging, that people are there in the team, they can have shared vulnerabilities. And
Remember,
We're reinstituting
we
it
were
Monday.
we were in Vegas with one of our business coaches, and this girl Sammy was doing all the this whole talk about this is what you should be doing for your team. It was like go over wins, have check-ins. And I was like, Marcus, this is a great idea. And he was like, are you serious? he was like, I'm gonna try to do this. Remember, we were sitting at that table.
So-
I think there's value to it. It was just, to Fern's point, we have a high emotional intelligence team. Like, you were trying to do it twice
It's
a
just
day.
it's my nature, right? It's just like because you're leading your team. This is your nature. This is your style.
So here's the other thing. Shared vulnerability is where the KPIs come in, and we pick a KPI per day and we shed light on it. There's no beating or anything, just like how are we doing on new clients, how are we doing on this or that. And then once a week on Monday, I lead leadership development component, because leadership development is the key
Right.
to have self-leading teams.
Right.
And it's every Monday. And that ShareCon is the longest. So it's either leadership, something around culture, values, standards, that sort of thing, or behavioral finance. We have a
Right,
big
right.
wealth business, and it's like our brand of wealth management is through behavioral finance, and we want our team to be comfortable talking about these kind of stuff. Everything else is like 30 minutes a day, except Mondays and that other additional 50. Think of our sessions that we just did. We do one every week for about 15 to 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Last things. We've been talking about a lot of stuff that we want to do in our business and our team and our partners. One thing to avoid in order to prevent yourself from having a dysfunctional team.
Probably the biggest thing that gets in the way that people would want to avoid naturally is not give tough feedback to partners, teammates when it happens.
Say more.
Jay just talked to me like a selfish prick. And instead of sending text message and say, yo, that last conversation did not feel well, I'm going to just say, that's just Jay. I'm not going to do anything.
Jay and I have the worst Slack conversations.
It's brutal to watch.
So
Because you and I fight in Slack
But
instead of just cutting ties.
I'm always like CC'd in on this conversation. I'm like, why am I in this thread? It's just beating each other up.
So I'm serious. Like, if
He'll usually give up before I do, just because that's who I am. I'm like, we're taking this to the death. But sometimes it's just like we've gotten better at it, where I will feel myself getting a visceral reaction to something, and I'll be like, I want to go do something else.
No,
like
same.
This is not
but it means a lot when we go private.
right.
Like that's all it takes for me to not be mad is like
Yeah, he'll get super butthurt if it happens in
public.
In front of the people.
Yeah, in front of the people.
But as long as once he sends me a private message, I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's really the biggest thing. It's like if you say, what is the one thing, like as much as drives me crazy sometimes that my wife will have zero filters on anything that's going, like before I came to US, I was looking forward to meet a woman that I don't have to guess what she's thinking. That was the sort of order that I put in a higher power.
Does that woman exist?
Yes, I'm married to her. I'm married to her. And Laura has no filters. What's going on through her mind? She's saying it. And I'm like,
Also, I hated her as a member.
I bet you did. Yeah.
and
Just
she
like-
would come to me. I was like, how do I talk to Jay? I was like, this, and this. And so then she and I would surround him. She would be nice, and I would be like, that's why he got to be.
But in her defense, like the landing strip wasn't open. Like I was like, I'm
we
not
didn't
ready.
even we didn't even know that there was a landing dock. Landing? Did I say it right?
Yeah, it was a good landing.
No, but it would be like,
You can turn the
I'm not
subtitles
ready.
on,
Like,
Andy.
I'm not ready for feedback right now, right? And she'd be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
the 545, this. I'm like,
And honestly, that is the biggest thing that helped us and is continuously helping us to elevate our relationship.
I'll give you an
constantly.
example. So, like, now that you say that, anytime when Jay and I have conflict, it's usually at point of ideation. When
Yeah.
I'm like, and he's just like, what? But if we just threw that idea out there and I came back the next day and I was like, here's why, he'd be like, oh, yeah, that's fair. Okay.
no, like
cool.
I'll give you a
Of
great
course.
example.
Because you're
Better.
red. You're red in ideation. Every ideation drives you crazy. And
Which when I saw that, I thought that was very odd because I don't necessarily think that's accurate.
Well, I'll give you one of the
But
best
maybe it is, I don't know.
recent examples.
Yeah.
Where we were expanding our business development team. And
Oh,
I'm like,
yes.
just put them in. No different than I was with my coaching staff. You got your level 1, let's go.
yeah.
Right? And he's like, here are all the things that would break if we do that, right? And it's like, things I didn't consider, like even Calendly is booked out 2 weeks from now, right? Like, once he starts explaining that, I'm like, okay, now it's making a little more sense. But I'm like, let's go. Like, why are we waiting?
Because you want to. The force that goes in to take the mountain needs to have relief and logistics. And you can go and take the mountain down, and in defending the mountain, you can all die.
He's Leroy Jenkins.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who Leroy Jenkins is? Nate, clip Leroy Jenkins, clip into this. You've never seen this? Oh my God, dude! This is like one of the first internet like booms of all. There's a bunch of dudes playing like World of Warcraft or something like that, and they're all talking, and he's just like, "All right, you're gonna use magical burst," and he's like, Abu, like, what's our survival rate? It's like 33.3, repeating, of course, and all of a sudden this guy goes, Leroy Jenkins, and he runs in, and they're all like, "What the fuck?" And he gets everybody killed. Right.
I can see it.
I'm like, oh yeah, you're Leroy Jenkins. I'm like, okay.
Come with me.
Yeah, come with me. And we're like, we weren't ready. Where's he going? What's happening?
Yeah, but I think whenever you just start to, like, one, knowing you and knowing when you stop me, I know now that you are doing it for reasons
Exactly.
I'm not aware of.
Yep.
But all of you,
Yeah.
Katie included, right? I'm like, okay. Like, Katie and I had that heart-to-heart in Orlando, and she was like, you don't see the fires. And I was like, what are you talking about?
What fires?
She's like, you know, Katie's great. She's like, you crush these, but you break everything. Like that, like the way she said it. And I was like,
Leroy Jenkins.
And I was like, okay,
High
I'm
score,
gonna
we
be
all
better.
died.
I'm gonna be better about that. Like, but this, and you know, to tie a bow on this, like you had mentioned earlier, like if a team doesn't have time or this and that, it's like you need to make the time because you will wind up going exponentially faster.
Yeah.
Once we're all on the same page, like
Yeah.
Katie and I mean, we talked about it when we interviewed you at your office. Like the conversation, Nate, this has
This
been
whole
better
trip
for
is a
Nate.
perfect example
Yeah.
of that. Like the planning and logistics is probably the smoothest one we had
And
because
even-
of some of that stuff.
And even like one layer deeper, it's like there's still things that are breaking, but the way we handled it while they're breaking and live, like you said,
Less damage,
you said
faster
feedback
repair.
quicker. Like, yeah, Cody sent out the itinerary at 2:00 in the morning. It was 2 in the morning. I'm like, I'm going to bed. It's 9 o'clock. So whatever you guys are doing tomorrow, let me know. And then today I was like, hey, dude, what you don't see is this, this, and this. And he was like, thank you.
Yeah. So when you were activator, when you were driving things, when you were the spark plug and all the other stuff, I paid probably $1 million of dumb tax on this. In order for my team to accelerate, I need to slow down. So in order to accelerate, you got to slow down.
Yeah,
And-
slow, smooth,
Yeah.
smooth,
You guys ever heard
fast.
that before?
Yes.
Yeah, slow,
exactly.
smooth,
At
fast.
one speed.
Yeah.
So
Love it. Sasha Mirkovich, Inspire Network. InspireNetworkLLC.com. We'll make sure that we have the link. But like you said, if you're going to do anything, it's free, it's quick.
Value
the
cards.
value cards. You and I did it 20 years ago.
Yep.
It's literally been 20 years. I revisit it regularly. Any team I've worked on, from CrossFits to these guys, to Roz did hers recently, and it was a game changer. It's super valuable. So we'll go there. You'll be speaking at AffiliateCon. He's
Okay,
there.
let me book my flights.
Kelly Starrett, we're sorry to announce that you're not
you're not going
invited.
to be there, buddy.
No, we will make it work. We've come a long way because of you.
If you guys are interested, so Colby, core values.
Just go to our Tug
Yeah.
Cards page.
Working
Yeah.
Genius.
We'll put the link.
If you want another one to take a look at, the Cantor assessment is really interesting. But take all of those, start working on those. The reason why this is so important is because ultimately, if you want to have a successful affiliate, you must build a team so that you can start to elevate yourself and not be working, 80-hour weeks. Start to have some fun, give other people an opportunity, and ultimately, it's the unlock for running the best version of your affiliate anyway. So dive into this stuff. It'll be a little woo-woo at first, but I promise you it will be worth your time and energy, and you and your team will be happier. So if you got questions, reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you guys out with that, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for checking out this episode of the Best Hour of Their Day podcast. We appreciate you listening and choosing to have us help you in your passion for coaching and affiliate ownership. You can find more episodes just like this on all podcast platforms. If you're interested in learning more, you can reach out to us on any social media platforms, or you can visit www.besthouroftheirday.com to book a call. If you found this episode helpful for you, please share it so that we can help other coaches and affiliate owners to help build a bigger and stronger CrossFit community. Thanks for listening.